few that I met, they just want to flirt with you, which is I've never been into flirting with comedians.
I
when
can
I'm
never
doing
see you
my
flirt.
work.
You're a very,
I don't flirt.
you're a very alpha woman.
Alpha, very alpha. I'm there to do my job, and I
Yeah.
don't like. Yeah,
I'm glad
I
they
love
shaved your
eating
Adam's apple though, because
Yeah.
that was really, that was
I had
cock
to-
blocking you for a
I
minute,
had to get
Luz.
an observation. I
Yeah.
had to get like an operation, really like difficult. But yeah, you can barely see it.
Her name was Los before it was loose, by the way.
She's not that into you, no, no. I don't know why, but she's not that into you.
What up? It's your boy Jay Valentino, and this is She's Not That Into You, a show giving you insights on today's dating, the do's and don'ts, coming straight from the source, the women. And today we have one of my favorite people in the whole world. This girl is one of the few funny female comics, because there's not a lot out there. I'm sorry, and I say that very lightly. She's very polished, very dope. I respect her work, love her as a person. Ladies and gentlemen, the very lovely Miss Luz Pazos.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you. The producer is the only one clapping, but thank you.
What's up, Luz? How you been?
I'm good. I like that she's not that into you. It matches your brand.
Right? Oh, that's nice. And you know what? I got to be vulnerable about that too. Like, I experience rejection all the time.
Yeah, I guess the
Not
only
from
one.
girls, but I'm kidding. It happens. And I want to be vulnerable too, like, and let people know that, people think like, oh, you get, because you're a DJ. I'm like, nah, fool. Like, they like tall guys.
Yeah, I know. I seen you at shows. You don't get much pussy. That's for sure.
Loose. I think more guys throw it at me these days. I get guys in my DMs all the time. I don't want to.
You get guys? That's crazy.
I don't date guys. I get guys in my DMs.
Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like
you wear leather hats, so that's why.
Can you switch off? I got the linen over there. Loose. Is it okay to talk about your relationship?
Yeah, of course.
You've been in a relationship for how long now?
It's gonna be 7 years.
Before that, what was the dating pool like? It was a little different, right?
Oh, suck.
Because she's a comedian, guys, and a lot of comics out there, if you're not popping, you're just trying to figure it out. If you have a job, you're working paycheck to paycheck. It's tough out there, especially for an upcoming comic. Did you ever date any of those guys?
Oh, fuck no.
Why?
Fuck no.
For that reason alone?
Well, they're losers to begin with. And even if they have money, they're losers. I don't know. Comedians to me are just, sorry, Jay, but you guys are just basic men.
You know what? I try to differentiate myself. I always tell my fellow comedians, like, JT's a fellow comedian, but he's a hustler. He's right here making money. He's not fucking around. He's an up and coming comedian, but he hustles.
JT?
So
What's up?
I always do the Nipsey Hussle approach. Nipsey Hussle, the rapper that passed away, rest in peace, Nip. He always said, hey man, I'm a rapper and I'm a creative, but I wouldn't be able to be rapping, especially about money, if I'm not financially stable.
Yeah.
You got to get your finances straight before you do your art.
Yeah, or you at least have to have like a day job that supports you enough for you to have a decent life. I know a lot of those guys that live in their cars, and that's so sad, embarrassing.
Yeah. You can't say homeless anymore. You got to say unhoused.
A house, yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Unchewed, unfed.
No, or loser. Just say loser, and that covers all the categories. I feel like that's the word.
your boyfriend, super cool dude. He's completely opposite of you.
Engaged.
And congrats! I didn't know that. Soon to be husband.
Engaged. Yeah.
I'm a DJ. I'm not cheap. But let me know.
Yeah, DJs make money. Oh yeah, that's true. But it's gonna be in Peru.
In Peru?
Yeah. So.
Okay, it's an extra fee, but I got you.
Yeah, okay, you got me. Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Transportation and hotel. So for sure, like this, I love that you're into fashion. She's always dripped out, by the way. She always
Dripping,
dressed up.
dripping.
I feel like the guy from Instagram. All right, Luz Pazos, what we got? What we got right here? What we got?
Yeah.
What we got on the feet? What we got on the feet? Oh, we got the Pradas. Okay, how much are those run you for? I don't know, 1,200. Okay, 1,200 on the feet. 1,200 on the feet. How much are the pants? How much are the pants?
Ulla Johnson, I think, is 600.
Okay, the shirt. You got.
This is my brand.
That's your merch. That's your merch. Okay, plug that in.
Yeah.
You see that kid, that little black kid? He's so cool, man. I love his energy. Of course, you're gonna date outside of the comedy pool, because
Yeah, I mean, I gotta let you know. Tell you, comedians, for example, the famous one, they are really assholes. Like,
There's a few that are cool.
The few that I met, they just want to flirt with you, which is I've never been into flirting with comedians.
I
when
can
I'm
never
doing
see you
my
flirt.
work.
You're a very,
I don't flirt.
you're a very alpha woman.
Alpha, very alpha. I'm there to do my job, and I
Yeah.
don't like. Yeah,
I'm glad
not
they shake
into
your Adam's
monogamous.
apple though, because
Yeah.
that was really, that was
I had
cock blocking you for a minute,
I had to
Luz.
get an observation. I
Yeah.
had to get like an operation, really like difficult. But yeah, you can barely see it.
Her name was Los before it was loose, by the way. Your guy's a fashion designer, huh?
He's a fashion
He's so
designer.
dope, by the way. He's super cool. Shout out to him. What's his name?
Enrico.
Enrico. Shout out to you, brother. He's super fly Latino dude. He's like, he dresses like chill when he's hanging out with her, but it's like he throws in the Gucci shoes. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
just regular shorts and t-shirt, and then boom, Versace shoes or something. I'm like, okay.
He is. It's quiet fashion. He likes. You know,
Yeah,
that's the
it's
term,
subtle,
quiet.
real
Yeah,
subtle.
Yeah.
How did you meet him?
Well, actually, I was I have given up on dating, and I remember I was like, I was on Bumble, and I stopped being on Bumble because I was like, they're all losers. And then my mother, of course, was like, oh, I feel like you gave up on everything. You're not even trying. You're like you're gonna be like alone. You're nothing is working out in your life. You know, my mom had
Yeah,
that,
oh, yeah, it's
that
very
way to make me
uplifting.
feel, yeah,
Yeah.
me feel shitty. So I was like, what do you want? Okay, so I just created an account just to make her happy, and then. But what I was over dating, so every guy that will say something stupid, I will just block him. So I was blocking every guy basically. Even if you say, "Hey, beautiful," that fucking bothers me. So blocked. And this was the only guy that never said anything wrong. Like some guys will ask you, "Hey, do you want to meet here?" They will tell you where to meet, which to me is really annoying. To me, you have to ask me where I want to meet, where I want to go. You gotta pick me up. That's the type of bitch I am. So.
Yeah.
He
That's
did,
old fashioned. Like
yeah,
that.
it's very old fashioned. And he did everything like that. So it was like, for example, he used to live in Marina, and I was like, oh, he lives in Marina. No way. And I'm like, oh, well, hit me up when you're in West Hollywood. And he's like, well, I can come anytime you want me, whatever you want to meet me. I was like, what? Because you're
Right.
used to these guys that don't want to make an effort. So I'm
Right.
like, wow, okay. And everything that he did was really, really gentleman-like.
Right.
So we met, and then I remember I met him, and he was divorced. I was like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with a guy like he's divorced. But then he was like, oh, can we at least be friends? Well, I guess. And then we started hanging out as friends, and then I started liking him, and that's how it happened.
So I read book. Well, I listen to audiobooks. I don't read books. There's a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
Great book. If you guys haven't read it, read it. The number one rule. Chapter 1 is titled "Don't Try."
Yeah, I was
That's
trying.
what he gives me the vibe of. He doesn't try. He's just being himself,
Yeah.
not trying. And you're a comedian, so comics try to be funny around you all the time.
Oh,
which is kind of
yes,
cringy.
It's so annoying.
So I want to give guys substance because there's a lot of guys out there that don't know how to approach a girl, how to get a conversation started or how to act. A lot of guys think that, flirting is it. I haven't done that in a while, where I'm like, hey, you look beautiful. Or I never really done that. I just talk to him like a person.
Yes.
Is
that's
that
the
what
best
girls
way to
prefer
approach.
these days? Just talk to me like a friend, bro.
Well, definitely don't try to be funny all the time. Like there's these guys, it gives insecurity. Like you see all the comedians that when they are like around you, they're trying to joke all the time. You want the one that are insecure. You notice those 3 people that sometimes hang around like this guy is not gonna be funny, and then go to a stage and do their set and they suck. It's the same thing with dating.
He's the
Don't try
stand-up
too
too.
hard. Don't try too hard. Like it's like just talk to me normally like that, and don't be too needy. I think that's the word, needy. Some guys are needy.
Yeah.
You can smell desperation. Like it's so easy. When they are trying to be too funny or like they're like too texting you too much. It's too much for me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Less is more, I always say. Less is more. What's the ideal setting to meet a girl? We talked about this on the podcast last episode. Like me and JT were talking like, what's the ideal setting to meet a girl these days or meet somebody? Because I would never want to approach a girl at the gym. I've said that already.
Oh no, that's creepy.
It's creepy. And then the girl that I was talking to last week, she's like, how about a grocery store? I'm like, no.
Oh, it's weird. It happened.
Like, you're
to
going to
me
be holding an
before.
eggplant and I'm going to be like, what's up? You want another one?
Once I was at the post office and a guy came up to me and he's like, I'm sorry, but you're really pretty. Maybe this is my number if you ever want to hang out. It was kind of nice. But he was an actor. And I was like, no.
Right. So you stay away from people in the entertainment industry.
Depends. Some professions, I wouldn't have gone ever with an actor or a comedian. Nothing that is a performer. I don't like it. It's just
So what are
no
the
good
what are the
vibes.
tiers of performers that you don't?
Like remember my joke, magician,
Okay,
magician
yeah,
at the
yeah. So
bottom. Like
how does it start? Where's the poll? How does it start? Where's the
actors are at the bottom. I think I just don't like actors. Comedians are like right there with actors, and then like well, everything that is magician is the ultimate loser to me. I will never hang out with a magician. And then well, like I will have gone out with producers, directors, or like
right? Well, they could benefit you too, and
no, it's just another. No, look, it's another type of brain work. Like I don't want someone that thinks like me. I'm like
Right.
very dude like, or like
Right.
or actors that are just not very smart. In my opinion, actors
Right.
they're just always talking about their headshots or their haircut, and I'm like,
I've
that's
met
not.
somebody like that. They exist,
They are like that, most of them.
and they're good-looking guys too. They have
yeah,
abs,
or they're yeah.
good-looking dudes, chiseled jaw with the curly hair, long, like good-looking
Yeah.
dudes. They look like soccer players, and they just talk too much, or they just overcompensate for
Or they're
whatever
just
they're trying
with
to.
you and they're looking at the mirror, like fixing their. Oh, that's fucking faggot.
And they
you
talk
know, like,
about-
it's
Yeah, and they talk about
gay.
their resume like all in the first 5 minutes that they meet you.
it's so gay.
Fellas, stop doing that, by the way. You know, it's better. It's way better when I find out about you without you telling me shit. It's
Yes.
10 times better. When you meet
Don't
somebody,
brag.
they're cool, they're just human with you.
Yeah.
And then later on, you look them up, you're like, oh shit, he was on a movie with Kevin Hart.
Yes.
So you didn't even
Yes.
tell me. That's dope when they
That's
find out
dope.
that way.
That's dope. That's how I like relationships. Every relationship in my life is like that.
Yeah.
Like my manager, when I met him, he would start talking to me about my comedy and everything. I was like, oh, this guy's a really nice person I can talk to. And then I found out he's a huge manager. He's a really like, and then we start working together, but it's like a friendship.
Yeah.
And it's natural. I never had the relationship with any manager I ever had. It's always the guy that managed me that I don't like or I don't like to talk to. Usually that in the industry is like you don't like to talk to him. But then I met him, it was like, you see, every relationship in my life, it has to build naturally, not force. And it has to be someone that I get along with and I can talk to. The same for emotional. Like in my case, my fiance, he's from Italy and I used to live in Italy. So we both speak Italian and we both like to talk shit about white people. So that get us going. So it's like we love that. So we get along with that. We love to talk shit about white liberals. That's
and you do that in your stand-up too,
yeah,
huh?
we do that every day, all day.
You know what, Luz? I like how you take that approach, man. Because you're like, there's white people in the crowd sometimes, and she goes in and roasts white people. Not roast, you do the comparisons, right?
Yeah.
So Latinos do it this way, and then white people do it this way, and you do it so gracefully where like they can't even. I could see them get a little tense,
Yeah.
but after the jokes, you hit those punchlines,
Yeah.
they loosen up. They're like,
They loosen up. Yeah, because it's no hate. You know, you gotta understand comedy is like we are a little bit prejudiced, everybody, but no hate. You know, it's not nothing is racism. It's nothing like that. It's just it's like they are ridiculous. Come on. This you notice the differences, you know. You
Right.
notice like liberals, they are like kind of weird. They're too extreme.
a lot of guys right now are tight on money. The economy sucks. I think
Yeah.
we're having a recession. I don't know what's going on. And a lot of girls like amazing dinners. I think girls like dinners over clubs now, over lounges.
Yeah. Well,
Girls
just
love
gotta
dinners
eat.
over everything. And
Girls
I know
gotta
you're
eat.
a big restaurant, junkie.
Yeah. Michelin
what's-
Michelin type bitch.
And I've heard it coming from you before, like on your stand-up. Like, if you ask me out on a date for coffee, just don't fucking call me, or you know,
Yeah.
just tell me you're broke.
Make an effort.
Make an effort. What's the ideal place to take? Like these guys want to know. What's the ideal place to take a woman out on a first date, or the do's and don'ts?
Well, you should ask her, what do you like to eat? Like sometimes they assume I want Mexican food because I'm Peruvian. I'm like, dude, like we eat completely different things. Why would you think I know this great Mexican restaurant? What the fuck do I care about? Why don't you ask me what I like? This is the thing I honestly say. I have friends that they are used to rich guys and they just go for rich guys. And I have this rule. You have to go out with a guy that gives you the most of what he can afford. Like, I'm not Catholic, but you remember that thing in the Bible that said, like, the guy that gave the most one rich guy gave like a bag of money to the church, but one guy that just have a coin and he give that coin that is all that he had. That's the same thing that approach with men. If a guy has a regular job and he takes you to the best place he can afford with a job, that's all you like. That makes you feel special. That's enough because he did the best with the money that he makes. That's what I tell my
Right.
friends. You shouldn't go for like you gotta go with a guy that makes whatever he makes. He gives you the best he can do with it.
Right. But I mean, I'm sure girls, I mean, the right girl want guys with aspirations though too. I mean, they got to
Yeah.
see some, you mean, you got, okay,
but-
this is your situation right now, but we want to see some type of hustle.
Yes,
I
of
hope
course.
this isn't forever.
Yeah, but depends of the age, right? I'm like, okay, he's in his 30s, girl, you have to give him a little bit of time, you know. And he's in his 40s, 50s. Okay, this guy's not gonna do much, you know. Like depends of the age. If he's like in his 30s and he's still trying, you have to see where they are at their life and what are their plans and what they are achieving at that point. But anywhere, I always that's my point of view. You have to. If you don't like what the guy does for a living, don't be with him. But if you like it and he does the effort to give you the best he can, also that's gonna motivate the guy. Honestly, I knew guys that got motivated by the fact that they were dating, that they start pursuing better things.
Right. Does occupation matter?
No, I mean for me, I wouldn't date comedians because I'm a comedian. I
Right.
know comedians very well. I've been going on the road for like 10 years, and I know you guys are pigs.
Don't put me in that category, Luz. I'm a
Huge
nice guy.
pigs.
Look, these guys, you know, they
I've seen disgusting shit on the road with friends. They get in threesomes. They fuck anything they can get. Super drunk chicks, or they live out of women. I have friends that, let me tell you, they got friends that they go to a city and they go. What's the name of the app that the
Grinder or
no the other one?
Grinder's the game one, right?
They will go on Grindr.
That's my app. Just kidding.
Isn't it Tinder? And
Tinder.
just to find a girl where to sleep that night. So they would like hang out with a girl just to have a place where to sleep because they didn't want to pay for the hotel. I had other friends that they would like go to these parking lots and wait that someone leaves to leave right behind, don't pay for parking. Other guy that's, for example, this is a story very funny that a friend told me that a friend of ours, you know, was a buffet and he invited him to go to the buffet and he had a coupon to eat for free. So when the check came, he paid for the coupon. And my friend was like, dude, but we should at least split it. And I seen so many crazy shit from male comics on all these years that I'm like, I'm not gonna date a comedian because pretty basic people. Pretty basic people.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, really embarrassing shit.
I thought I was Jewish.
No. These motherfuckers are the ultimate Jews.
Does fashion matter to you? A lot of I feel like if guys put more effort into themselves, like all right, not everybody's gonna be a looker. Not everybody's gonna be Matt Rife. You know what I mean?
No. I don't. Especially, I wouldn't date someone like Matt Rife. He's too good looking.
His face looks like it was carved by angels,
Yeah, it's
then
like
kissed by God.
yeah. It's like too good looking. It's disturbing.
I would not want to be in a share a room in jail with Matt Rife.
Yeah. You guys, two are fine. You know, you just.
I would be the bottom. I would be the bottom for sure. A
You're
power
bottom.
bottom. Power bottom.
I think he looks like bottom. He looks like bottom.
We're both switch hitters for sure. I'm kidding, man. I doubt you ever see this, but I'm kidding. Yeah. I mean, does effort matter with the way people maintain themselves?
Yes.
I've seen a lot of like fly dudes or handsome dudes that are just like, bleh. They don't like.
No, you have to make an effort on everything, like shower,
Right.
change clothes. That's important.
There's guys there, like. So a lot of the Air Force One shoes.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys wear those these days, but they think it's cool to wear like the dirty old ones. Is that cool with you? Do you look at that?
Yes.
You
I
see?
don't like men with dirty shoes.
So that's why I'm trying to have different girls of different walks of life. I had she was like a
If
model.
you don't clean your shoes, you don't clean your ass. That's my rule. Like I always look at the shoes. I'm like, what the fuck? And I see girls that don't clean their shoes. I'm like, how is that
Yes.
vagina?
Oh my
God,
God.
disgusting.
If the ladies, fellas, you also have to have standards too, man. If the ladies, If they have those crusty nails and they're not taking care of their feet, oh my goodness, that's a
God.
red flag. That's
Yeah.
then for sure she needs a pap smear.
Yeah.
Yeah. She needs some self-care for sure, dog. It's just
She needs a
it's just
colonoscopy
the
at
time
this
that you can
point.
smell from here. You know, like she's right there. I'm like, oh, I can smell it. I can smell it.
Disgusting. Yeah, there's so many like that.
There's a what?
So many women.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're not
yeah.
drinking water. You got to take care of that pH balance.
Yeah.
You got to take care. It's a
You
thing,
gotta
man.
use the special detergent to clean
Oh
it.
my! I know they
Yeah.
smell it. You know? Oh my God, that's happened a few times.
Yeah. I used to live in Europe, so you know that they don't shower much. That's true.
Do
And
they shave? The girls?
sometimes no. But my friend, I used to have a friend from Colombia. She lived in a house with just girls. I was in college, right? And I remember I would go to her house. I would get in. The smell and look, and she would look at me. He's like, I know. We went to her bedroom. It's like, girl, this house smells like pussy because it was like a deep, stenchy smell of pussy.
my
It was so gross.
God.
And she was like, I know, this is fucking disgusting. I don't know why these bitches don't wash their pussies. They don't wash it
Oh
much.
my
Yeah.
God.
Summer is a nightmare. Have you ever been in Europe in summer?
No, I'd rather smell like
Everywhere. Like
I'd
it's
rather
so hot.
smell like, some guys from Glendale that are Armenian
Yeah.
more than
I'd rather smell
because
that.
the coochie stink is a different. It's a potent.
stench.
It's
oh,
heavy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's moisture
like-
and heat and friction all at once that just marinate there and just
It's like
stay
it's
there.
like
And
just
there's
those, that place where they sell just fish in the, like
Yeah.
the market for fish market. It's like a fish market.
I mean,
Guys, it's really strong. Yeah, you gotta
I
wash
mean-
your pussy and
it's okay to be a little fishy, but don't smell like it. You know?
yeah, exactly.
So, quite a random question. If you ever had a son, would you want him to date a woman like you?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Why?
Because I'm loyal. I'm never cheat.
No, never.
No. No.
Boring. Yeah, we need some dishonest people in here, dude. Whack.
I'm old fashioned, so I take care. For example, at home, it doesn't look like, but I do everything for my fiance. I cook, I clean,
I would
wash
too
his
if I lived in
clothes.
that beautiful ass home.
But there are white bitches that don't do that. They get the money
Yeah.
and they get the perks. They don't do it.
Or
I
it
have a
could
lot
just
of
be, it
friends
could
that
just
do
be
anything.
a girl. It doesn't have to be a white
Oh,
girl.
they don't do anything. I have friends. That don't even know how to cook. So, I mean, I do take care of him like he takes care of me. So I feel like I would like a girl like me for my son, of course. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Because, we've had other walks of life in here that I think they answered differently. Oh, no, they answered the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I like myself. I would like a bitch like me. I wouldn't I wouldn't like a white girl for my son.
What if this
I
girl...
don't leave her any money
So
of
I
my will.
dated about 2 white girls seriously in my life. They were actually white and Filipino, but they were more white.
Yeah.
They
no,
were
no.
raised more white. And they were super cool. They tried, but I need sazon. I need flavor. I
don't know. I think their morals are different. I think they will cheat easier than another girl.
they're okay. They're the type that are, most of them, I don't want to, they're okay with going on a date. No, going to the movies with their guy friends.
Yeah, that's weird.
And white guys, here's the thing. If they dated white guys before,
They're cool with
they're
it.
cool with it. No, that
Yeah.
is another level.
Because they're also the guys that are cool with splitting checks. So they split checks. They split the pussy, I guess. I don't know, but it's just, I'm not cool with that. I'm old fashioned. I like it, and I want to keep it that way.
Why do girls like the bad boys?
Because they are dumb. They're really dumb. They haven't matured enough. I don't like a bad boy. Does my fiance look like a bad boy?
He looks like he doesn't give a fuck, which is
Yeah.
a great thing. That's like a sense of a bad boy.
Oh well, but,
He's
know,
also a mature 50-year-old man.
yeah. I don't think, but bad boy is a guy that you like. Drives you insane. I have friends that I'm like, I think he's cheating on me. I don't know what he's doing. Like it's so much stress.
Right.
If you want to focus on your career, you don't get a bad boy because that takes so much time away from you
my God,
focusing on the
it's-
stuff that matters.
There's no peace there.
No. I
Yeah.
know friends that waste so much time.
Right.
Oh,
And I know I said your boyfriend's age, your fiance's age, but maturity does come in all ages. I've seen mature, solid ass 30-year-old men, and I've seen immature ass 50-year-old kids
yeah, yeah. And in Los Angeles, especially, a lot
in
of
Los
50 year
Angeles.
old guys in West Hollywood running around young girls. Like, it's disgusting. It's sad. It's sad.
So you would say that your man is an ideal man for you?
Yes.
What's the ideal man for you?
Yeah, he has a lot of. I mean, everybody has things you don't like. At some point.
Oh yeah, you gotta compromise.
You have to compromise. I compromise. There are people that want to compromise and they are single forever. He probably compromised with me too because there are things he doesn't like about me. But he has the main things that I look into a man.
Do you like what? What are those qualities?
He's generous. He speaks. We connect culturally. You know, we get along sexually. We like the same things.
That's a big deal, right? Sexually, you have to be compatible. Like
Yeah. You had to do things.
There's
that you
been
like.
times where I really like the girl, but in the bed, it's not 100%, and
No, it has to work for both. Otherwise, unless even if you have a great emotional relationship, it's always gonna be that thing missing.
yeah, it's a big part of a relationship, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I don't like to get like raunchy or sexual in this
No,
pod,
it's
but
fine.
it's like it's true though. It's a
It's true.
thing. It's a thing. There was one girl that it's happened to me twice. Girls that I actually liked, but they didn't do fellatio.
No,
And I was like, whoa, like. But here's the thing: I'm a 42-year-old man. I'm very communicative. I communicate, and I don't let shit linger at all. That's one of the things that I pat myself on the back for.
Yeah.
I communicate. Hey, can we talk? It's
Yeah.
going to be an uncomfortable conversation, but I want to talk now that we're just 2 months into our relationship. What's up with this?
I mean, if she really likes you, she's gonna try, right?
Yeah, but most of the time she ends up scraping.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's why. Okay.
Maybe she has TMJ. You know, I have TMJ.
What's TMJ?
Temporial mandibular disorder. You know what is that?
I had, you know what's funny? I had one girl.
He's like, what the fuck is that?
They can't open up their jaw all the way.
I cannot open my jaw. I have a joke about that. This is.
That's
this
all
is
you
the
can open?
most- Yeah, I'm like a black dick won't fit in this hole. This is all I can open.
That's as much as it opens. Oh my god!
You
what
have
a-
to compensate.
What a turn
You
off.
have to
I'm kidding. What? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, actually.
Cool. You're
yeah.
like, I can't be with girthy men.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly. I
You gotta be a Red Bull can,
Yeah.
not a tuna. Okay, not a monster.
That's what.
How do you feel about girls staying with men after they cheated on them?
That's ridiculous because he's gonna do it again. I wouldn't do it. I've never done that before. You know, my first boyfriend, that's the only time I did it. When I was like 15 years
You were
old.
15 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, he cheated and I stayed for a little bit and then we broke up. Yeah, afterwards I wouldn't. He's gonna do it again. What's the point? I don't understand why you have to stay with a guy. Can you just be alone? I don't know.
Well, I want to say that most people are codependent.
Yeah, that's the problem, I think.
And there's a saying in español, un clavo cubre un otro
Otro
hoyo,
clavo.
or otro clavo, or whatever, and which means one nail covers up another nail hole, which I know. I strongly believe that you should be able to be on your own.
Yeah.
It makes you a stronger person. You get to know yourself. You get to work on yourself.
Yeah.
You're born alone and you're gonna die alone.
Yeah, and it's awesome to be alone. When I was alone, I was happy too. I had a great relationship with myself. I don't know. It might be because I've been living on my own. I left Peru when I was 17. So I had been always so worried about surviving that other emotional things never got that much to me. You know?
You are a guy. I love that.
Yeah, I'm like a guy.
That's why your legs are crossed, just to hide your bulge. I've
yeah,
noticed that.
here I have a huge package.
Ladies and
guys.
gentlemen, this is my first male guest,
I
Luz
have a
Pazos.
huge package. Yeah, but it's like, I think like a guy. Everybody says that. I think like a guy.
Do you? So, like I said, we want to give these guys pointers.
Yeah.
What's your biggest ick? From men. Your
They're
biggest.
cheap. I don't like
You don't
cheap
like
men.
cheap?
I
Okay,
don't
so
like cheap.
fellas, you got to get your finances right. Is that it? The cheap? What else?
Cheap is awful. What else? If they don't shower, if they live in their car, if they're comedians.
How about them as a person? Confidence.
I love confidence. Confidence is number one. I love guys that have a good sense of humor. He doesn't have to be like funny, the joke teller, but he has to have good sense of humor.
Right.
He has to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Culture. That's very important to me. Those things are very important.
Right.
And open-minded with a female comedian because that's really hard.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, you're like a rare.
You go
Breed.
up there and talk about vagina, and I make fun of my fiance. He takes it. I go up and talk so much shit about her.
Right.
And he just gotta take it. He
Yeah,
takes it.
she goes in on her fiance,
I go,
but she punches up. You punch up on some of them. Talk
Yeah.
about how he's well off.
Yeah.
You punch
I punch
up.
up. I'm half and half. I do. I can beat him up so much. I
Right.
do have.
I always say, as far as guys that are looking for love, or even girls, I always say also come happy. Work on your internal stuff before you try to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a lot of guys, we're all human. We go through shit. We all have gone through trauma, I didn't
Yeah.
grow up with a dad, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, me
you know what I'm
too.
saying? He got touched by me earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you look pretty
we all go through
traumatized.
stuff. I always say come happy, work on yourself first.
Yeah.
Fellas, work on yourself first. Come happy. The last person I dated didn't have that. They didn't come. I'm not, punching down on her. I'm not, talking like that. But it's, I could give you happiness, but I can't be your whole happiness.
Yeah,
that has to be
that's
your
awful.
part. That's
Yeah.
on you.
Exactly. When the person pretends that you're everything for them, that's awful.
Oh my God,
I
dude.
can take that.
I've been meeting some stage 9 clingers, man.
Oh God, that's awful. They don't have aspirations, I guess. Like if you have something that you're pursuing or you're happy about, you're gonna leave the other person alone because you have to pursue your own dream. It's awful to be with someone that you are everything they have. It's like
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
No. Doesn't your man travel a lot?
He has a really good career, so he's focused on his career, and I love that.
Yeah.
I
you
love
like
that he has.
that he's gone sometimes.
Yeah, he's gone.
It's a
and
great
he
balance,
has-
right?
Yeah, and he's pursuing, like he's like still trying to go up and up the ladder. He loves he's creative, so that's amazing. Someone that has something to think about and they love it
Yeah.
and they are really good at it.
Where you go into his office and he's like, "Hey, I don't have
Yeah.
much time right now." You're like,
Oh,
"That
that's
just
so
turned me the
hot.
fuck
Yeah,
on."
yeah, keep working.
What do
keep
you wanna
working,
eat?
baby.
Yeah,
keep
you want me
making
to go
money,
underneath that desk real quick?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, because I'm a real woman. My jaw doesn't open up all the way, but I'm here
Yeah,
showing that.
here, I like your. He has a corner office. I love those corner offices with like glass.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does?
he had like a living room inside. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's beautiful. Does he have it? Do you have any icks? Does he give? Is there any icks that that he bothers you with?
X.
Icks, like stuff that bothers you with him. You said
Sometimes he's jealous.
Oh,
Because
really?
he's older than me. He thinks I'm gonna leave him for a younger guy. I'm like, why would I do that? Young guys live way too long. That I joke about.
Ooh, what
That's a
distinguishes
really good
somebody from
question.
jealous to insecure?
I feel like he has a little bit of insecurity because he's older. But it's that there are two different type of insecurity. If I was older and I was dating a younger person that is doing a stand-up comedy, I would probably have a little bit of insecurity. So I get it. But there is the healthy insecurity and there is like the wrong insecurity. If he was all day long bothering me about who am I meeting, what am I doing when I do stand-up, I would probably wouldn't be with him. I know those guys that are all the time really insecure. Like I knew guys, for example, that we were like kind of talking on the phone and they came to a show and then disappear on me because they say I cannot. That's too much for me.
Yeah, well, you walk in and you give like 10 guys hugs because we're all your homies. You know what I'm saying? Like we see, oh, what's up, Luz?
No, they didn't like the show. They're like, oh no, I cannot have a woman that does that.
Oh, I got it. I thought I was talking.
Yeah, it's like
before
too
the show.
much. Yeah. They were like, no, it's too much. I cannot do that.
Wow. Don't you think? Okay, I'm pretty secure. He's a secure man. The whole jealous thing, I think it's not healthy, but I'm a little jealous, like a little bit.
Yeah, a little is fine.
It's right. Is that like healthy? I
Yeah,
guess
it's healthy. A little is healthy.
I'm a little
It's
like-
annoying when it gets in the middle of your career. If they are annoying you much that it interferes with what you're doing, that's
Right.
bad. But if it's a little, you're like, come on, stop it. That's fine.
But I want to say I'm about respect too. Like if
Mm-hmm.
my girl's out here giving two arm hugs around their neck and holding on a little, that's
No, that's fucked up.
that's all right. You're when I'm in a relationship, I give one arm hugs all day to females.
What's one arm hugs?
Exactly what it sounds
Nah,
like.
okay.
It's like, hey, what's up? Good to see you.
I
what's
do
up?
hug friends like this, but it's just
Yeah, it's just like-
I never do.
No,
like,
but you're like once
I'm never
again, you're a
inappropriate.
guy. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a guy. Yeah, exactly.
You're trans. You know.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
still-
trust. I never like. You never see me doing anything inappropriate, right? Like I'm very like I've never like, hey dude, what's going on? Yeah, I've never like, hey, what's going on? No, never. I've never been that kind of. I'm not, and especially if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't
Do you fight well in relationships?
fight.
Yeah,
I
like
fight
you
a
resolve
lot.
problem
Yeah.
solving good.
Well, I like to fight. I like
You
a good
do?
fight. I like a good fight. It's sexy, a good fight.
Wow, you are Latina.
Yeah, that's my Latino side.
I want so that for a guy to handle somebody like you, he has to be very mature and very calm and collective. Which
Yes.
that's the energy that I see from your man.
Yeah.
You know, so he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't raise his voice.
No. Sometimes, yeah, he's Italian.
Yeah.
Sometimes we both yell, "Ah!" But then we calm down. It's like he's Italian. He's very Italian. He's very loud. But
Is the resolution? How's the problem resolution? And is it good?
yeah, it's always good. It's usually as time goes by, we just I think okay, whatever, and then we're okay. Okay, let's make peace. Okay, it's like we gel, and then at the 1 minute later, we're like, okay, let's make peace. Yes, let's go eat. Okay, it's like that. It's routinary.
That's
It's
good.
routinary. Yeah.
So obviously, like, because I feel like a lot of people are not that patient anymore, because they feel like they have options because of social media, right? Social media has been playing a big role in relationships now, right?
Oh,
With
that's
other
awful.
couples, I want to say, because you're more old fashioned. I see that, and I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But most girls are not that, and they feel like they have options. Just 'cause-
90%. Well, I don't have that many girlfriends because they talk too much. But the ones that I have, most of them are not in relationships because these times, guys, women have too many options. That's the problem, and they won't stick around in a relationship because they find something they don't like and they walk away.
do girls always have a backup?
No, they just don't like something and walk away. And it's not like they want to fight for it or like. I have friends that just don't like one thing, and I'm like, well, have you thought about this? Like I
Maybe
have
you're
friends
the
that they wanna.
problem.
Well, if you're like, well, you wanna have kids, you wanna get married, that's what you say you want. Maybe you should give it a chance to this. Maybe you should let this thing go. But most women they want,
Pretty? Are your friends pretty?
Are your
Yeah.
friends pretty?
So pretty girl syndrome. You have all these options and then
Yeah. I
What-
think it's that, right?
What JT said is that a lot of girls, pretty girls, have pretty girl syndrome. What is it again?
they have options.
They have options.
One ick and be like, all right, I'm done.
One ick
Yeah.
and they're done.
That's a lot of people in Los Angeles.
Yes, I'm one of them.
The one that- of course, I can
No,
tell.
my mom told me that the other day, man. She's like, Julian, you're very cutthroat.
Yeah, you see, you should listen to your mom.
You should listen to your mom. I don't know if zodiac signs count, but I'm a Cancer. I could feel people's energy like deeply because I'm passionate. I'm emotional. I'm emotional if I love you. I'm not a little bitch, but I'm passionate, and I could feel like, okay, I don't waste time anymore at all. Like, I'm not gonna waste their time and my time.
Well, there is a difference between wasting time and being with someone that's one thing you don't like, and you're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll be honest. It's just I've been dating the wrong girls, and I've seen it, but I just like to
Well,
give people
I
the benefit
see.
of the doubt.
I see you hang out with pretty hot bitches. So
Yeah, and I think that also that a lot of women that I've hung out with, they say that they bring that up all the time.
Well, you focus on sex. It seems like.
Yeah, of course. I'm a guy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think that a lot of girls are gonna be a little insecure about that. It's gonna take a different woman to date me. I understand because of what I do, and I think that when I find that, then that's gonna be
It.
the person, my person.
Yeah.
You know, but that's they bring that up all the time. They're like, "Well, you're around. You like BBLs, huh?
Well,
You
it
like
seems that
fucking-
you like BBLs.
You like
Yeah, I
fake
like-
tits.
I like it.
You like
It's
fake
that
tits,
sound.
huh? You like the plasticas." Like, no, I like honestly, to be honest with you, I like gym bodies.
Gym
I like
bodies.
natural bodies.
That's awesome. He's like, I like gym bodies. I like natural.
Yeah, natural bodies that are just like not tight at all. I'm kidding. No, I like. Now you're in good shape. You're in good shape, Luz.
I love it.
You always take your Pazos every day. It's like what I did there.
I like that. Listen, I don't know. As long as a woman is not insecure, I think you're gonna like her. That's what I think.
For sure. Do you think men should be in shape?
I don't care.
You don't care about that?
Never I care.
Okay, you like a cute little teddy bear like JT?
Why not? He was like everything like
JT
personally.
gets girls.
Yeah. Why not?
And he
No,
has guy options too.
I will say that's the last thing on my list.
What was that?
That's the last.
That's the
thing
last thing on your list? Okay. For most girls, maybe like the girls with the pretty girl syndrome, do you think they want the guys with the abs and the height? Oh yeah, what about height? I never talked about that in this show.
Doesn't matter either.
Short Kings. If she ever doesn't work out,
Because
5'5" and under.
I'm different. I like more intellectual. I don't know. I'm more into
Yeah,
connection.
you're a sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual. I like more into connection, so I just don't. I think depends of the woman, right?
More into connections, less erections. Got it.
Yes. yeah.
Got
definitely.
it. Cool. Yeah, because that's a thing for guys, dude. Like, they say 5'9" and under short. So what does that make me?
I don't know. How far?
I'm 66 inches tall.
66.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that's. I've been with a shorter guy than you.
I'm 5'6".
I've been with a shorter guy.
Yeah, we're packing, dude. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about short men, they have to compensate with a personality,
Money.
and money, personality, and money.
Financial.
Yeah.
Um,
Usually, short guys are pretty funny.
yeah. I think
so
that.
it's good.
I think my humor came from like my trauma, I guess, not growing up with a
Mine
dad,
too.
not getting a lot of attention at home. I have 3 older brothers and a sister, 2 older brothers and 1 older sister, and they were doing their own thing. We had the age gap was too, far for me to hang out with them. So I was like an only child and the youngest.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't have a dad too, so I think
you
that's,
didn't? Yeah. So we would look for the attention at school.
Yeah, especially my mom neglected me when I was little too. So
What
I
does
feel
that
like
mean?
we was neglected me like
Oh,
she
neglected
would,
you,
Yeah,
neglected
she
you.
would like do her own. Yeah. So I think that's the reason why we do this.
To fill
Fucked
in
up parents.
to fill in that void. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're both pretty emotionally stable now. I want to say. I mean, we're
Yeah.
in a better place mentally.
Yeah.
As far as our mental health goes, thank God. But for sure, that's the way we grew up, and that's what we know now.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we're making a living off of it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's working out, it's good. Like if it wasn't working out, it would be like tragic.
How would you consider your comedy, Luz? I see your comedy as like not dark, but just definitely cutting edge.
Yeah, it's
I
really.
love her
dark.
stand
It's
up,
very
bro. Have you seen her
personal.
get down? You never seen Luz get down?
I think I might have seen her one time, but I was in and out.
Bro, she's a killer, bro. She's a bop, bop, bop.
I'm better than giving head for sure. But
She's a killer, bro. She makes your face is hurting after yeah, bro.
thank you.
She's very punchy. Very punchy.
Thank
How long
you.
into stand up did you feel that you started like getting better?
Well, I since I started, I
Did you
was
start off
never,
pretty
like-
strong?
I started pretty strong. Like
Nice.
I can tell you, like if people say usually I used to bomb a lot, that wasn't the case with me. But since I started doing really into it. Like I will do it every day since I started, and every day I will go and do like 5 mics a day, and so I was always
That's a real
into
grind.
it. So it's been like years that I've been doing this shit.
Yeah, we could tell.
So it's like I've never like I didn't do it like once in a while. So that's why I don't think I never really have like crazy stories about like bombs. I think I have like a couple of stories about bombs, and that's it.
Right. Because you're I don't know, maybe it's a defense mechanism or it's just the way you are. You really don't give a fuck up there, and that's a big deal. Because
Yeah.
people could read that off the top. They see you a little nervous, they're gonna
Yes.
eat you
Oh,
up.
of course. If
Excuse
you're
me, they're gonna
nervous,
eat
it's
you up.
like that's the worst.
And for you, I've seen when a joke doesn't hit that hard, you're just like you don't give a or you're comfortable. That takes time, by the way, as a comedian to get comfortable with the silence, to get comfortable with it when a joke doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Especially when you think it's a strong joke, you're like, "Fuck, that one didn't hit." But I know you're at the point now where if you think it's a strong, well, most of the time it hits and it doesn't hit, you're just like
Okay, it didn't. Yeah, it's
comfortable
just a
with the
gig.
silence.
It's just a gig. I did something wrong. I didn't deliver it away. Yeah, it's like
But that takes time and repetition and balls.
yes, it's just time repetition.
Where do you
and
get your
balls.
inspiration from your material?
Things that bother me. I'm a comedian that works about.
I
They're
can totally
comedians.
see that.
Yeah. I only talk about things that really bother me.
She came in when we started talking. She's like, "What's up with the gossip? What's new?" She's like, pretty much asking me, "What bothers you?" And I told her,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, I think it's kind of funny in the industry. A lot of people are very cliquey, but it's normal. And that's like how I was in school, how I was in high school,
Yeah.
in life, jobs, very very cliquey."
Yeah.
I was telling her that. So there's a lot of things that bother you.
Oh, so much things that bother me. Every time, every day, I talk everything. Like if I talk about my fiance's things that bother me about him. Like,
What bothers you about your fiance?
I have these jokes that he like wears sandals. This fucking gay.
Yeah.
Who wears sandals? Like I have jokes about him.
And when you
like-
say gay, you don't mean gay like.
no, but it's like gay, like it's gayish. Who wears sandals? Come on, just those guys in the White Lotus season 2, you know, the gay guys. Like it's I always make fun about things that bother me, like his divorce that bothers me because he pays alimony.
Oh shit.
Then I talk about freezing my ex. I talk a lot about white liberals because bother me a lot. So that's my main focus nowadays. And yeah, it's mostly if you listen to what I talk about, it's mostly things that really bother me.
Yeah. And it's cool because it's humans could relate. Because you see people in the crowd, I see her reaction, people in the crowd reacting to her bits, and they're like, yeah, they're getting hyped up. Because
Yeah.
it's easy to talk about what you don't like. And it's,
Tipping, I have jokes about tipping in LA that they make you pay like 20%, and then some restaurants
feel
make you
about
pay
that?
kitchen appreciation. I fucking hate it. So I talk about those things, you know?
the screen's gonna ask you a question, and they walk away.
Yeah.
How much should a man make yearly these days, Luz?
What?
How much should a man make yearly these days, annually?
Yearly. Annually. Well, it's different. If you live in Los Angeles, honestly,
6 figures doesn't cut it anymore. 100K
no.
doesn't cut it anymore.
$1 million a year gives you at least decent life
Oh my
in
God.
Los Angeles. If you want to buy a house and all that.
Wow.
If you live in San Francisco, I will say
So,
2 million a year.
20K a month is 240 a year.
If you live
40
in Texas, 300.
So
a year is
45K
fine.
a month, gentlemen. 45K a month is $1 million a year, around that. Maybe a little bit
Yeah,
more.
that's a good life.
Yeah, 240, that's 980. No, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. 1.2 million. Wow.
That's
So,
because we're it's
100K
very
a month, that's
expensive.
doable.
Yeah, it's very expensive. You want to have kids, a house. It's very.
Right. I can't.
I don't think the man should make it all though. I think the woman should also make it. Like I don't believe just the guy. I do believe
Is that-
you have to support. You have to contribute. One thing is dating. Once you're dating, yeah, the guy has to buy you shit and do everything he can. But once you're together, you guys both have to work first.
Okay, that's
your
cool.
future.
That's
Yeah.
different. That's a different approach. That's an old school
Yeah.
approach. I like that
so
approach.
I like $1 million, but it's like no, the guy shouldn't make the whole thing. If the guy makes $1 million, that's awesome. But you also have to contribute, bitch, because it says you also have
Here's
to.
$1 million 50.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. This is my 20K, but in the sense, it's like you also have to contribute.
Right.
It's so much a hard of economy for you not do nothing.
You know what's funny is that I've said that. I said I'm very old fashioned. I'll take care of everything, especially for first dating. I'm gonna take care of everything, dinners, going out, all that. I'm gonna take care of it. But there's gonna come a time where I'm like, I like a hustling woman too. I
Yeah.
like a woman with ambition and goals.
Yeah,
And that's
definitely.
driven. Eventually, I'm not gonna get tired, but eventually I'm gonna be like, oh, like offer. I don't care if I'm gonna turn you down, but just the principle of you offering, that's enough for me.
Yeah, of
And
course.
if you insist, take care of the tip. I'm cool with that.
Yes,
But that's me.
yes.
You know?
You. I mean, you have to, when you're in a relationship, you gotta contribute. And for example, my fiance, he always travels for work and he goes to get me things. I'm like, please, I don't want you to get me anything because it's our money now. You know, like we are
You like to be
together.
frugal and save together.
So I don't want you to get me anything. And he goes to fucking Chanel and buys me something. Like, I told you, no get me anything because it's our money. I don't want to spend it like that. So we have to we're trying to buy a house now. So we have to think about that. So I also save money for the house. So we're both putting down payment. So once you're dating, it's fine. You know, he's showing you have to show me you can take care of this shit. Shit goes down. Because this is the thing. This is our worry. You have to show me you can take care of things in case I cannot work anymore. I have a kid and shit is awful.
Take notes, fellas.
But seriously, a woman really should contribute in the family all the time as long as she can. And even if you have a kid, you should keep doing things. I don't think you should just not work.
And I've said this on a few episodes already, and some of the girls disagree. I say just do the tedious things at home, and I know you do that, and I like that. So I guess I like the old-fashioned women more.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'll be the breadwinner. I don't mind it. Let me go out there and grind. I'm gonna be gone for a while. I'm gonna be gone often, but just do the tedious stuff that I can't do. I don't have time to send bills out. I don't have
course.
time to do my laundry. I don't have time to clean around the house, deep cleaning. I've been living in homes for the past 9 years. It's a lot to maintain a home, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot. The floors get dirty fast. You know, cleaning after yourself is not as easy as it sounds.
No. I clean my house. I clean my house
Yeah.
every day. So it's a lot of work. But I do it because he's providing. I provide. You have to provide some way. Always. You have to provide some way. It's nothing one way. It's not a one way. A
Do you
relationship is not one way.
Right. Do you inspire your man? Words of
I think so.
affirmation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
You hype him up?
Yeah. I help him out. I'm like, come on.
Aw. So
But he's pretty like that's a good thing.
he's
like
confident. He's an optimistic man.
No, he's like me. We all both have that negative side, but it works well. In the sense we're like very bitchy, but it works on our favor. I don't know how
Right.
to say. When you're an artist, you can use that in a positive way, right? Like he used his dark side towards his fashion, you know, his passion, and you use it towards the stand-up.
He's like an Italian Kanye West.
Yeah, actually funny. I
met him?
have a picture with him and Kanye that the paparazzi took because Kanye asked him to work for him for his line, but they couldn't agree on money, so he didn't do it. But they were like meeting, and Kanye was ridiculous. He was so crazy. I remember what day they met. And
He lowballed him? I'm asking for
yeah, but well, it's Kanye. Come on. He low bottoms everybody. But he was scared also because he has a lot of lawsuits from people that he doesn't pay. So he asked for a huge severance and they couldn't agree with that. But the funny thing is one day he went to meet with Kanye and he stayed like for 7 hours. And I was texting my friend. I'm texting Enrico. He isn't texting back. Like I'm worried. Like if I call the police, what I'm gonna say? Well, last time I checked on him, he was going to meet Kanye West. Isn't that fucking weird? He's gonna meet
We got
Kanye.
another call for Kanye West.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny. But I mean, it didn't work out. But he met with Kanye.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. I go by the name of Jay Valentino. This show is called She's Not That Into You. And today we had the amazing Luz Pazos. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
Let's go.
She's not that into you.